Hello, welcome to another edition of the SHIB TV show broadcast network. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I really appreciate you all coming in tonight. We're going to discuss April. Going to be discussing July 10th and July 16th, and we do have burns today, guys. That's amazing. We have some burns coming in, so we want to make sure we get that going. And we're going to share some similarities, some facts, drawbacks, and some interesting news on the SHIB 50/50 raffle. Of course, AD33, massive first in. You are AD33. You are the first in. You're absolutely amazing, man. That's absolutely fantastic. And welcome to another edition of the SHIB TV show. And so we did a little bit of comparison with different cryptocurrencies. And of course, I have to ask AI which cryptocurrencies would AI prefer to test on. And you know what came up with number one? Number one was SHIB, followed by Baby Doge. So yeah, massive love shout out to Matt. How are you doing, Matt? Doing great. Yeah, so we have some burn updates for everybody that's been paying attention. We had 4 days ago. No, this is previous. Get us back home. Yeah, 4 million SHIB removed. 16 million removed about 10 hours ago. So yeah, 16 million SHIB gone forever. Hey. And if you haven't noticed, they have been picking up, but they've been very small. When we get AI doing it, you're going to see something very interesting that everybody will be very happy with. And I know how much everybody appreciates the massive burns, right? We have 6,571% increase in the burn rate today. 8 hours ago, we had 920 SHIB removed, 920,000 SHIB removed, 411,000 SHIB removed. 15 hours ago, we had 69,000 SHIB removed, and 19 hours ago, 16,444,000 SHIB removed. That's money back in your pocket, guys. Every time there's a reduction in SHIB circulating supply, that's money back in your pocket. So you got to keep that in mind. 21 hours ago, 5,069,000 SHIB removed. Yay! Okay, so Matt, this is why AI loves SHIB the most, because investors have no idea of value. When you do share buybacks, everybody pays attention in share buybacks in a company. For instance, Amazon does share buybacks. Everybody jumps in because the money is on the sidelines. They're using it to buy the shares back, increasing the value of your shares that you own. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. SHIB, nobody gets it. They just don't get it. It's like a buffoon. What's that? Something happened? I don't get it. It takes 4 months for them to catch on. If it's a small burn, it can burn multiple times a day, and it would have zero effect on the price. Zero. And it could, and look, we had burn. Okay, Matt, you paying attention? Everybody paying attention right now in SHIB land, in SHIB world? Because I know this is a hard concept for everybody. We have burned over 695 billion SHIB since Vladimir Buterin burned 410 trillion. We haven't gotten one rise from it. Not one single rise. Yet there's 496 billion SHIB removed. Do you have any idea how much money that is? Anybody? Millions of dollars I even came up and I even told everybody it's $6,144,734.60 reduced in circulating supply. USDT, $6 million. $6 million. Yeah, that's right, Matt. That's right. Everybody in SHIB should be. That's right. No value added, right? Means nothing, right? When you only have 16 million, 20 million, 30 million, a couple billion, doesn't mean anything. That's how people tell you, and they believe it. The thing is, people believe what they're told. I don't understand it. You can see the writing on the wall, right? If we go to the burn, shibburn.com, guys, everybody pay attention. Shibburn.com. What does it say on the top where it says 410 trillion SHIB removed? There's 751 billion right beside it. Now, 56 billion of that was burned by Shibarium. The rest of it has been burned over 4 years. That's why we said, where's the price of SHIB should be? 3 zeros, what? 3 zeros, 5, 9, 6. We're not kidding. It's not a joke. It's 12 times more than what was burned by Shibarium. And it wasn't ever processed. People's minds are loopy. So if AI burns the exact same amount in a year, it shouldn't mean anything, right? Because it's burned slowly. Incrementally quicker, but it's burned slowly. So it could burn 2 or 3 trillion, but because it's not burned all at once, they can push the envelope. And that's why it's called, that's why we predict, or I predict, that AI will continue to do this until it reaches its objective. Once the objective is met with the amount that it's going to put aside and not burn it anymore, it's going to start nibbling at the circulating supply. So once it gets to 10, 20, I can't see it going over 20, 25, 30 trillion. I really can't see it going over that amount. And right now, we're going to talk about the July 10th and July 16th. They're exact same acquisitions on SHIB. The exact same. 1.81 billion. No, 1.81 trillion was obtained from an unknown wallet. And it was done, boom, both of them. Okay, that's trillion. 1.81 trillion. Both of them, both numbers exact same. That's why in the war room, that's what we cover, and that's why we cover it. So people understand what that means. Now, we're trying to figure out, create a bot that's going to go out there and find out which bot is doing it, because there are several. There's an IBM, there's Amazon, there's Elon's got his own bot now, but they're thinking it's just a chat bot, but it's doing things on the sides, just like ChatGPT, OpenAI. They're doing extra AI procedures, not just chat bots for everybody, to design, build, come up with different avenues or come up with different aspects of SHIB or of their own tokenomics, of their own build on certain aspects of it. So they're not all chatbots. No, just people that are in SHIB, right? Because they don't understand. Their mindset is like on Bitcoin, right? That's why when you look at the market of BTC, everything follows suit with BTC. When SHIB breaks out from that narrative, that means everybody is going to have a massive chance to buy X. Like everybody's going to have an awesome chance to make some real money, because that's when SHIB is going to break out from it. Because otherwise, it's going to keep on the narrative. And AI, all it wants to do is be able to buy it and sell it at the minimum, the smallest price available to make the most amount of money possible. and prove its intelligence. So remember that it's constantly trying to prove its intelligence, because it's a learning computer. So it's trying to learn its process. Even though I keep asking it, it keeps going back to the same issues. And then sometimes it'll go back and ask, "Oh, this is the same question, same questionnaires you asked yesterday." It's like, well, it's only about time. So yeah, the burns that are going through, is it going to take 4 months for them to come through? No. The answer is no, Matt. They're not big enough. That's why AI is perfect for SHIB, for testing subject, because the burns have to go a certain percentage before they're considered massive burns. So like Shibarium burning 56 billion SHIB, if everybody remembers this, it was over the course of 3 months. November, December, and January. 2024 was the last one. And then March, we had a massive uprising. We went 5x, right? 5x gains. Ruben Meta! Omic Coin. Tuma! Must love show to sing. Yeah, 2 likes. Make sure, if you are new to the channel, subscribe if you can, if you want. Remember that 80% of everything we make here goes directly into your wallet, right? It goes back to you. So we send it to the reduction wallets or removal of SHIB for the entire SHIB army, SHIBers, as Mark Anthony likes to call us, the SHIBers. So a mass love shout out to them. Demir, I'm back. Who? DJ in the house. I swear. Ooh, DJ's in the house. Mass love shout out to DJ. If you haven't liked, subscribe. Make sure you comment on the channel. Of course, you guys are commenting, right? Everybody wants to comment. In a long video. Oh, you don't like long videos? Okay, well, we usually run a live stream because we're a 50-50 raffle. So our live stream would be around 5:30 to 6. And if we can't host a raffle, we are here for your entertainment purposes. So the raffle, of course, is 50-50. 50% goes towards the winner of SHIB. The 50% goes towards the reduction of SHIB. So therefore, everybody, what? Wins in this raffle. That means we're the only raffle in the entire world that pay you to play. That's right. We pay you to play. There's no losers here. Everybody wins. No problem, DJ. We're here to entertain. We did not sell any tickets in the last 24 hours. So we have a carryover till tomorrow. Yesterday, Matt, everybody, we did 2.1K views yesterday. God bless you all. God bless you all. Gratitude, my heart goes out to every single person that comes on. We enjoy having everybody come in and say something. As for other coins, we don't cover other coins. We only cover select few. Or if you come up with a coin, make sure you point it out. I think he did point it out. Tuma pointed it out. Ruben, Meta wanted OMIKAIMI coin. What do I think of it? Must be new. Pepe meme is gaining a lot of attention. I don't know if anyone's into that. And we don't come up and say other coins in case they do a rug pull. If coins come out and do a rug pull, it makes us look really bad. So we don't like to cover those, right? So keep that under wraps. The only ones we cover are whatever we figure is going to make you extremely wealthy. And the only one I can see making anybody and everybody extremely wealthy is SHIB. Low entry point. Constantly reducing its circulating supply. This is a no-brainer, guys. Constantly reducing its circulating supply. The reason why it hasn't caught on to the world yet, I have no idea. The whole world should be watching. Because if they caught on to it, every cryptocurrency on the planet would be buying SHIB. Right now, they would be buying it like there was no tomorrow. And get in as fast as humanly possible. Meta, so Meta AI. Oh, Meta. Yeah, Meta. DJ, Meta is doing fantastic, right? And that's one we're watching because Meta is dangerous. Extremely dangerous for us. There you go, DJ. Yeah. Yeah, Meta is extremely dangerous for us because Meta, they have hundreds of billions of dollars and they can buy SHIB in a heartbeat. But they want to, the best thing about AI is they want to test the waters. Yeah, they want to test the waters. So what happens is when they want to test the waters, they want to test its intelligence. So they're going to check its quantum computings and then do an analysis on it. Every single day that they'll have an analysis done on it. Then they'll figure out how much SHIB, because when you go and look through the whole list of cryptocurrencies, there are over 30,000, it's going to do an analysis on all of them. Which one's the best to do a test project on? So the ones that get the test project done on are the ones that have low liquidity, high entry points, and being able to modify their systematic reviews on the fly. Massive love shout out to Jason Cox in the house. You're at church today. Well, it's good to see you, Jason. He's from Kentucky. I just woke up. DJ, you just woke up now? It's 5:57. Oh, that's Mountain Time. Yeah. So this is good news for SHIB, but we have no idea how long they've been in watching SHIB. So I'm thinking Meta just came out a little while ago. Grook from Elon Musk just came out a little while ago. IBM is one we're watching for sure. Amazon just came out with their AI, so it's getting very touch and go. And the only cryptocurrency that comes up every single time that there's a search, SHIB, guys. So you know darn well that because of the reductions, because of the constant liquidity, and the fact that people don't know what they're buying is one big step in the right direction. Go. So Meta AI, yeah. So every single AI platform is looking at SHIB. So that's good news for us. That's also bad news for us, for everybody. You need to, in other words, if you want to get in, you got to have all your friends and family get in now. Once they hit their price target, and they're all going to fight over it because there's no one billionaire on the planet that wants to compete with each other. Okay? They don't form alliances with this kind of stuff. It's going to be first takes first. And it's going to be a battle royale. Okay? And then the reduction's going to start afterward. So it's going to be whoever can get the most SHIB that is possible. You're a billionaire. Which makes VRS. Oh. Airbit. So you're a billionaire, DJ, if SHIB hits $5. I think we're all billionaires if SHIB hits $5, eh? The only problem is are you going to be able to stick to it? I don't think so. Your heart can't take it, my friends. You'd have to be in a coma. Or I forgot my keys. I'd be like that guy. Uh-oh, my laptop is in the landfill. So you have to go after it. You'll say $1? Okay, so everybody, there's people came on yesterday and the day before. They said there's 589 trillion SHIB in outstanding. Here's the problem with that statement. Does anyone know what the problem is with that statement? Is everybody in the world hasn't caught on to it. They're getting every company, every business, everywhere in the world, whether you run a coin store or a crypto, and you don't make very much money on your volume. You don't make very much money. In your corner store, you don't make very much money. Okay, so you're gonna buy maybe $1,000, maybe $2,000 worth of SHIB. So what would you say? You'd say to them, no, you don't buy $2,000 worth of SHIB. You buy $500 worth of SHIB, and this is what you do. Every 2 months, you put $500 into SHIB. What you want to do is take the money that you make in profit and start doing what with it? And then write it off. Okay, so like a bag of chips or a can of pop. Does anyone get this? XRP, XP, have I XO? I'm broke. Okay, DJ. I mean, so yeah. So what happens with the mom and pop stores? What they do is they buy $500 worth, and then every 2 months or every 3 months, like every quarter, you put $500 in. But you, in the meantime, every day, 10, 15 bucks is going to go into SHIB. Now you're going to split that in half and say $7.50. $7.50 of your money is going to go towards buying it, and then $7.50 is going to reduce SHIB, and that's how you work it. Now, what does that do for you? Well, it solidifies your position in SHIB because it's constantly doing what? Reducing its circulating supply. You're just catching up to it. And trust me, no one's caught on to it. If they did, every single company on the planet would be doing it. Reducing the supply and gaining market share. That's what you're doing. That's all you're doing is gaining market share. You're not trying to put the fear of God into people, trying to get them to fear. AI doesn't care about FOMO. It doesn't care about anything. So when AI takes over, it's actually the best platform, and it's quantum computing because it doesn't care. What it does isn't, I'm doing this to do this. That's all it does. So when it starts to get to $1 and I get 10x on my money, I've hit my target. Now I'm going to increase that target. 1x is going to equal 30x until I get to that target. And then the next target's going to be when I get $1 equals $60. 60 times, right? For every dollar I burn, I get 60 times return. And then it continually does that. Now you got 3 or 4 AIs doing the exact same thing. Within 6 to 9 months, there's no supply. Because people take forever to figure it out. That's what Matt, I was talking about, Matt. It would take them 4 months to figure this out. AI has already got most of it burned for you without realizing it. You have $1? What? It's question mark, DJ. What do you want, DJ? Sorry, DJ, you're taking up too much of the channel. I appreciate the comments. I really do. But when you're taking up the waves, man, you're taking up the waves. People can't get in. So when you're talking about $1, all I'm talking about are companies reducing SHIB. I know, DJ. I know. Oh no. I appreciate it, buddy. Because hey, we got to keep it going, right? And I'm here to try and engage. What do you mean you're leaving forever? Hey, don't leave forever. Kid, how can people say that? Frosted Flakes. Oh. Seconds at a time. Yeah, no problem. DJ. Thank you for sharing. Bye for now. All right. Yeah. 16 minutes ago, guys, we just burned another 2,319,000. If this was AI, this would be pretty much like a run on. It would happen so fast that they'd be glumped together. Like literally a couple seconds apart. Testing what? Testing the parameters of how much has actually been since accumulation. So it would actually test its protocol. So that's one thing AI would do when it starts to burn, is it'd be a run on. The other thing it's going to do is spread it out in different wallets, but the same amount. So please keep that in mind when that happens. Once that happens, guys, you can start the countdown, the clock. 6 months, 9 months, right? Yeah. That's when I'm going to be a multimillionaire or multi-billionaire and walk away from SHIB, because if you come back to it, I guarantee you'll be selling it. And then kicking yourself in the butt later on for selling it. Because you won't be able to get back in. You'll be like, Will was right. I can't get in. Yeah, well, you can. You'll just have to pay a bit more to get in, that's all. So you lose your spread. Make sense? Everybody get that? Everybody understand that you lose your spread? So you sell it, and it's at, let's say it's at 15, 4 zeros. I don't know why anyone would sell it now. Just blows my mind that people sell it now for that price. And it changes only a millionth of a cent, and people are in and out of it like it's like you must have a lot of money. Right now we're at 136 billion SHIB. We just turned the hour on it, right? And climbing quickly. 137 billion SHIB trading hands. 141 billion. It's like a nice jump, eh? So yeah, we're at 4 zeros, 15377 right now. If AI were to take over and start buying it, it would do the exact same. What they're looking for is what? Volume. They're looking for the one of 500 billion up for sale. 1 trillion up to 128 trillion up for sale. That's what AI wants to see. Okay, so that's where they dominate, right? They just jump in and snag it and then move it off the exchange. So it makes it look like it's falling apart, is basically how it looks. Because it looks like it's being sold when they do that. That's what scares people. Still don't like what, DJ? Taking up the airwaves? Trying to get to number 1. That's awesome. That's awesome. Love it, buddy. Love it. And no problem. But if you're stealing up the airtime, people don't like it, right? Because if I got something to say, then they're like, well, you're really stealing up the airwaves. But that's okay. If people aren't talking, people aren't talking. Okay, hold on a second here. Got a whole bunch of information to go through tonight. Talk about jump trading, cryptos, name examples, HFTs, quantum trading applied to capabilities. AJ Smith, predictions for SHIB's price for this altcoin season. Okay, we talked about this before. AJ, we don't like predictions because SHIB's got too many variables, especially with AI jumping on board. It's going to be a hard call. As we speak right now, without any interference from AI, from the other cryptocurrencies, from any other company jumping in right now, we are predicting for this bull run 2 zeros, 2029. Okay, 2029 for the max out. You okay with that, AJ? But again, that's if nothing happens. The burns continue the same way, at the rate that that it's going. But if the exchanges start burning SHIB, forget about it. I'm sorry that they want volume. Volume means more money. So if they start reducing SHIB circling supply by acquiring, because they have a crap load of it, so it makes perfect sense why they're going to start reducing SHIB circling supply. And they probably start doing it around next month, August, toward the end of next month. Okay? Just because it takes 4 months for you to understand what that means. And there's 240 exchanges right now that deal in SHIB, that transfer SHIB. And we're talking the top 40 wallet holders right now on those exchanges that are possibly going to be burning SHIB. Now, they're not going to burn their supply. They're going to be burning your supply. So please keep that in mind. Now, once they do that, that's to increase the volume in SHIB. Okay, then you have AI in there. This is getting better. You got AI in there. And AI, and if we got the Raffle going at the same time, boy, we're really cooking. Right? We're really cooking. AI will kick my butt when it comes to the Raffle. It'll seriously kick my butt. I won't even be able to compete. It'll be so fast. And that goes for everything. So where do you expect SHIB to go to? 2029. If nothing happens, but I'm guaranteeing you, exchanges want to make money, and they made mistakes in the past with this by not reducing it to increase the value going forward. So if that comes out in the next month and a bit before September, if it goes into September, okay, September, October, November, December, they could be looking at early September for the burn. Massive burn. What I mean by massive burn, $2 billion worth. USDT, $2 billion. So if you think about that, that's like quarter of what's available on the marketplace today. Okay? So what is that? That's what? 2 trillion SHIB sent to the dead end wallets. Lamo. You think so? 2055. Oh, he doesn't like it. Doesn't like it at all. 2055. Well, don't buy it until 2055. How's that sound? You like that better? Orlando. You don't like it. So you don't like that prediction? Well, we don't like predictions because it's just too many variables, just too many things going on right now in SHIB that people should be scared about. Absolutely. You've been waiting for a long time? How long have you been waiting, Orlando? How much SHIB have you sold, or are you a trader? Because if you're a trader, you don't have a long-term perspectives anyway. Josh, massive love shout out to Josh. That's a good question, Josh. I have no idea. Doge would probably be right in there with Pepe. I don't know about SHIB. SHIB doesn't have any governance, guys. Do you know what that means? It means 0 people looking after it. The ecosystem development team don't look after SHIB. It's not in their best interest. The only way that SHIB would get an ETF is if Leash, Bone, Treat, Shiba Swap 2.0 was somehow incorporated in the whole mix. That's the only way that they would announce it for an ETF, because it's all about the ecosystem development team coins and their NFTs. So that's the only way that would happen. They make a big deal about it, though. They came out and made a huge ordeal over it, but no one is in SHIB that's going to put forth a platform for an ETF. Does that make sense to everybody? You understand that? Orlando, years. Orlando, you've been in it years. Okay, so SHIB has only been around for 5, right? Oh, less than 5. In August, it'll be 5 years, right? So I've been in it since 2022 when Ryoshi decided to leave in January. I guess he made his money. Time to get the out. Stop. Ah! See us. And then threw all the keys in the garbage, right? And then Vlad Buterin didn't mention anything about the ecosystem development team. You think that's kind of funny? Considering that he had half the supply of SHIB, that's kind of funny how he never mentioned the ecosystem development team at all. And they're supposed to be a massive part of SHIB. That's, like, wow, that just blows your mind, right? You roll your eyes like, wow. Orlando, so yeah, I understand you've been in it for years. And you probably bought it when it was high, and you don't do any trading in it, and you're listening to everybody else telling you that it's not going to go anywhere, that SHIB is dead. SHIB constantly reducing its circulating supply. I mean, I don't know how I can prove it to you guys other than show you, right? Everybody go on shibburn.com. Since COVID, 2001. 2019, SHIB was born August 2020. You could have got in then. You would have made an enormous amount of money. You would have been a billionaire by now. Because you're able to buy, like, $1,000 buys you, what was it, 4 trillion SHIB? How can you imagine 4 trillion SHIB? Smoking. Just think India was given 50 trillion SHIB. Right? They only sold approximately 10? No, they sold more than that. 15 trillion SHIB they sold. Almost instantaneous, right? They needed the money. That's why SHIB took a huge dive after, because they sold it. They were selling it while it was, like everybody just got a 41% increase in profit instantly, and they were selling it. So there goes the profit, 30% drive down. Nice. Everybody was in it. That was not like in SHIB at that point, but 72 million% increase from then on. It didn't start to skyrocket until when? August. It started to move upward. And then September hit, quadrupled in price. October, nice month for SHIB. Nice month. Right? 8,000, 20, what was it? 30,000x. It's like, holy jeebus. Yeah, it's a big day, a big month for SHIB. In November, I mean, millionaires became, when you had hundreds of thousands of dollars, when you invested only $500, you're sitting at 500,000, and then a million, and then $133 million. 10 to 2021 is when you got in, Orlando. Okay. So this bull cycle, you're going to get it back. If you want, you can jump out once you made your money back. Right, Orlando? Right. So you're happy if you just get your money back? You waited 4 years to get your money back. Okay. Well, that's... Hey, no one knocks it, right? It's just the way it is. You don't understand the burns? That's okay. You don't understand the value being added every single day? That's okay too, right? I know. You just want to get your money and get out. Now, if it hits $1, are you going to be sad? Are you going to be like the guy that after it went down 30%, sold all of his? Took a loss. He bought it for $500. He sold it and he got $140 back. But he said better to be out than in. Because I got my money back. And then, of course, now he's crying like a dog, saying, I should have stayed in it, because what happened? I would have been a multimillionaire. The truth right there hurts, right? People don't understand what you have until it's gone. And SHIB is going to continue to do what? Grow. AJ Smith, I got. Okay, so AJ, please, everybody, this is a warning to everybody. Please do not put down how much SHIB you possibly have. It could be all fake, right? But the thing is that we don't. SHIB goes up. You know how many people are out there trying to steal money from everybody? Please do not put your stuff out there. Please don't put your personal information on here. I really appreciate that you do, but it's for your own benefit and your own safety that you keep it. Just tell them you have a lot of SHIB, okay? Over 5 million. It's none of their business, and that's how you keep it. $1. Yay, right. See, you learned from last time, AJ, right? So 3 billion. Or you don't have 3 billion. You have, what is it, at, what is that, 4 zeros, 505? Wow. Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. I wish I could have done that too. That would have been a few years ago. That would have been in 2021. Because in 2022, it never hit that low. 2023, it came close. It went to 67, 5067. And yes, I bought in. But I'm only buying a lottery ticket's worth. Why? Because I was trying to buy more. It flash crashed just like that. And then it flash pumped just like that off of the 67 to 72. In an instant, it didn't ever go back to 67. I remember AV. Anyone remember AV, our little Hebrew brother from another mother in Israel? His in, he was telling everybody, my in is 65. Okay. When it hits 65, I'm in. I'm all in. I'm buying thousands of USDT's worth of SHIB. It never hit 65. So he was like, oh, I was this close. Everybody has the same idea. The thing is that the world is recognizing it. We are building more wallet holders. More people are coming, less supply available. So you have less supply, you have more people coming in, you have more reductions in SHIB. Guess what that means? Everybody know what that means? You're going to make money. It's a guarantee you're going to make money. More people coming in, more reductions. The price has to follow suit. Eventually, they start catching on. People start to realize, hey, wait a second, this is a real bad idea optioning this. You think? You think? I mean, Matt, we just talked about this. Nobody caught on to the 94 trillion billion SHIB that was removed. It took 4 years for it to be removed and nothing happened. And AJ, I'm sorry, my brother. Vladimir Buterin and Ethereum did you not a flavor, okay? Because if they would have kept it up, SHIB would have been at $2 right now. Over $2 right now. How much money would you have made if they continued to burn it? 10% from 40 billion. Take 10% of that 40 billion and reduce SHIB. Then another 4 months later, because it would have been 28, 24 billion market cap, because it would have taken the 4 billion off and all that SHIB is gone, right? Trillions of SHIB taken off the market. Probably close to 108, I think around 108 trillion SHIB taken off the market. Massive little shout out to Mark Anthony, fellow SHIBers. Yeah, so if they would have kept that up, guess what? They would have made a massive amount of money because they get to write that $4 billion that they've put into it. They get to write that off in different countries all over the world. So it's not just one singularity, it's one entity, and that's 10%. They made $40 billion in 5 months. Can you imagine? 8 billion a month. 8 billion a month. Holy crap. And they were too busy celebrating to do anything about it. They could have made even more money. Yeah, because they went from $4 to $5 billion in transactions a day. If they would have done it again, they would have went to what? $6 to $7 billion a day the next go around. And then another 8 to 10 billion each day for what? 4 months. You know how much money? They would be trillionaires. They kept it up. There would be no supply left. Everybody would be happy. Everybody would be like, yay! There's no supply left. Because we're all making money. We're just rolling in the dough now. And everybody would have been flocking to it. Like, right? And yeah, you would not be able to buy a million SHIB with it. Massive love shout out to Babe's channel. Massive love shout out to Mark Anthony. Massive love shout out to AJ. Massive love shout out to everybody. We got a little sidetracked tonight. That's okay. I had a segment on this morning for all the people out east. Because I was like, everybody was telling me about India and Pakistan and all the people in Africa who couldn't watch the show because it comes on too late. So I thought I would do a segment in the morning so that for those people in the UK and in Russia, in Ukraine, Poland, Sweden. Mass love, shout out to Babe's channel. Mass love, shout out to AJ, SHIB Army. Let's go. Let's rock. Everybody in the hotel block, listen to the jailhouse rock. So yeah, that's the SHIB breakdown right now. I know, Orlando, that you've been waiting a long time for SHIB to climb, but you're about to see it explode. And if you're very pessimistic, there's nothing I can do anything about it, but you're going to be watching to see what happens. It's going to be very exciting times for SHIB. There's so many variables in SHIB that none of us can foresee. Okay, so right now we have Koi. I talked about this before. Mark Anthony knows about it. Babe's channel knows about it. AJ, I don't know if it's been paying attention or not, but we talked about every cryptocurrency buying SHIB and then doing what Koi is doing, $2.50 every single day to reduce SHIB circulating supply. Now, every single one of them do that. 4 billion? No, 4 trillion. 4 trillion SHIB removed every single year. 4 trillion. Just from crypto exchanges, for 20,000 of them. Now we're at the 30,000. So now it would be what? 5 to 6 trillion SHIB removed just from crypto. Not exchanges. Exchanges make their money on volume. To kickstart SHIB's volume, all they got to do is start reducing the circulating supply. At no risk to themselves. They get to write that off as a corporate loss. So the first one, they do, I want to see if I'm going to make some money. Let's burn some SHIB. So they do, I don't know, $500,000 worth of SHIB. Because last time, who is it? Shibarium reduced 56 billion. They spent 306,000 USDT. Okay, so they're going to have to up the ante to burn the same amount, roughly around 500 to 600,000 to burn 56 billion SHIB. It's going to be the exact same protocol. We're going to see 5 to 6x easy 5 to 6x on it. Takes 4 months for that to happen. You have AI in the background watching to see if that's going to happen. Remember that they want to buy it for the least amount of money. So that's why you're not seeing SHIB move. It's being fought over. And they're hiding the numbers. That's the truth of it. So it's already happening. We already had 2 in just a few days. We had one on July 10th and one on July 16th. 6 days apart. 1.81 trillion. Mark it in your calendars, guys. It's serious. It's very serious stuff. Now AI wants it all. They want it all. And if they can't get it all, they're going to reduce it. So, and it's going to have to match their mandate. And it would be in their best interest because they double their money 1 to 10. So burn it until it gets to 1 to 10. After it gets to 1 to 10, guess what? It's going to increase its ante 1 to 30 times. Double your money every time, right? So you're thinking 1 to 10, you go to 20. No. It's going to go 130, from 130, 160, 170, somewhere around there until it meets its narrative. And once it reaches its narrative, now it's going to jump big time, right? So the 70 is going to be probably close to 1 for every dollar burned, 30x until it reaches that narrative. Okay, 10x will be the first one, 30 will be the next one, 60 to 70 will be the next one. From 70, it's going to be 170. Yeah, from a dollar for every dollar burned, 170 times. Why is it continually going up? Solidification. It wants to make sure it's constantly making money. Now, does that mean 170 times your money? No, it means 170 times the price that it's sitting at to the price it's being sold at. Makes sense to everybody? You understand that? So like 170 times would be where it's at right now, 170 times. There you go. Exactly. Not from where it starts, from where it started from. Please keep that in mind. It's not consistently growing that way. Because it'd be like, oh, that's never going to happen. I hope so. Orlando, that's why we're telling everybody, buckle up. You're in for a wild ride. It's not, I hope so. It's fundamentals, guys. It's fundamental facts. A lot of people think, oh, it's got 589 trillion in supply. You have no idea what, if the world caught on to SHIB tomorrow, your SHIB would skyrocket like a mother. They get paid to burn it, guys. Yeah, companies get paid to burn it. It's a no-brainer. Like, it seriously is that serious. It's awesome. SHIB is that awesome. It's just unbelievable. It's like a rocket ship. We're vibrating now. Where is it? On Armageddon? Right? Like, it's starting to scare the hell out of you. Right. So you get the idea that, yeah, you're just, you don't even feel the quakes yet, but there's a bit of a quake, but you don't even feel the quakes yet. And then you start to feel it pull. And it starts to, pull your socks off kind of thing because it's moving that quick. But yeah, once AI catches onto it, AI is already in it, guys. So it's not a matter of if they catch onto it, they're already in it. They're already testing it. And we don't know how long they've been testing it. Now, I've gone back 7 months, and the last one that they said was in April. Okay, so the last poll that doesn't make any sense to any of the AI platforms that have asked it to do an analysis on how long this has been going on for. The earliest they could give me is in April, where there was 10.4 trillion SHIB moved off exchanges. Okay, it was bought, then moved. So it's happening. Yeah. Where's the road? SHIB. Yeah, okay. XLM. A lot of people like XLM. Anyone like XLM? They've done very well, right? They've moved up like 30%. Like, incredible. XRP, another one that's gone up. XRP was probably the most profound. It went from 48 cents to, because of what was going through with the U.S. And we still don't, well, I know what's happening with the money, but don't worry about it. Doesn't really matter. And HBAR. So HBAR is doing fairly well, but they're XLM and HBAR tied together, right? So please keep that in mind. SHIB is going to crush it. Crush it. You think XRP is great, right? Everybody's people are expecting XRP to hit $15 to $20 in this bull cycle. I don't know how true that is, but hey, if they can do it, it's great. But remember, they have governance. XLM has governance. H bar has governance. So please keep that in mind when you're buying. Yeah, or Orlando, when you start looking at SHIB, I want you to start looking at all the aspects that cause SHIB to be where it's at. Why you think that SHIB is not being looked at by other platforms, because that's serious, right? When you start looking at what its potential is, because everybody's got to start thinking like a company. When you own SHIB, please think like a company. From a company standpoint, every single company in the world should be owning SHIB. Now, there's not enough supply for all of them. Everybody's going to think that I'm crazy, but there isn't. There isn't enough supply for all of them. 383 trillion SHIB is held by who? The top 40 wallet holders. There is 1.526. Hold on to your bobby socks. We'll get right into that and give you an update. Yeah, I know. Oh, my computer's frozen. It hates me. No, I got this Google Chrome asking me to speed up my computer. My computer was fast before it started with this Google Chrome crap. Now it's slowed right down because of it. So I'm like, no, there's no way I'm touching that. And now it's stuck on my computer. It's like I got to go through my protocols now and try and get rid of it. But it's a fetch program. Let's go SHIB. That's absolutely right. Well, 1,526,167. It was 227 earlier, but now it's come back down a little bit. But it's actually gone up in the last 24 hours. And we'll go into, okay, that was 195. 1,526,195 wallet holders on Etherscan. Now we'll go into crypti.io. And we'll do an update for everybody. And crypti.io is not, I don't think it's very accurate, but that's just me. It could be lagging. And I'm not sure what the lag time is on it, but we'll do an update for you. This one's the holders, because this one deals with multiple exchanges, no, not just Etherscan. So this is multiple. So please keep that in mind. Loading. Yeah, 2,841,715 wallet holders on the DEX. That's right, on the DEX. Up 22 in the last hour. Day 671 total in 7 days. 2,801 in the last year. 354,732. Massive love. Shout out to Watson's in the house. Watson's channel, yeah. Do you like the channel? Make sure you subscribe. Keep up to date with what's going on. We're here to try and keep you informed. We got bots going on. We're going to start making some bots, so it's going to be able to keep you really informed of what's happening with the AI bots that are trading SHIB. We're going to be monitoring them very closely and then telling everybody about it on this channel. So the SHIB TV channel. Because we want to make sure everybody has a chance to do what? Be proactive? No. We want to be able to tell you exactly how long it's going to take, which AI it is, so that you can, if you wanted to, you could buy the AI. And then if there's other ones competing with it, you find out which one's the best out of the 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. I'm thinking probably all of them, because once they do the checks, the only one that comes up that's absolutely positively checks all the boxes, SHIB is the only one that does. There's like 14 different checks. Liquidity, cost to entry, reductions, governance. Does it have governance? SHIB is top 5 already, because majority of them have governance. And then Dogecoin came up, and was shut down because the ecosystem development team run Doge, baby Doge. Okay, so yeah, it comes across as no, it's decentralized, but it doesn't come across as 100%. And the ecosystem development team, or their ecosystem, run baby Doge. So no problem. SHIB, fellow SHIB holders, absolutely. So yeah, SHIB was the #1 AI pick on ChatGPT. Also, Gemini, #1 pick on Rook, #1 pick. Meta AI, #1 pick. Right. So please understand what that means. Right. #1 pick on all the AI platforms. So that tells you right there where we are going in the next little while. That's right. AJ Smith. Season. Yeah, so SHIB might not take off before they do. I'm not sure, but SHIB should never sell off. It's constantly adding value to every single wallet holder. Every time there's a burn, it's giving you more back. It's not, everything else is devaluating the dollar. So the more they push out there, the less it's worth. SHIB is the more they take back, and they're getting paid. Organizations are getting paid to reduce it, guys. Like, it's a no-brainer. SHIB's price is 15.33. SHIB right now is undervalued. It should be 305.96 and climbing, because that's just to get the value. Just to get the value. Does Elon Musk's Tesla sell at value? Does it sell at $3.57? No. No, it don't. But SHIB, no problem. 40x less. 40x less. It's a discount. 40 times your discount. That's why we don't cover charts. Because it's already below, well below 40x. Just to get the value. You don't see Tesla selling at $3.57. You certainly don't see it selling at 73 cents. Right, everybody? If you could buy Tesla for 73 cents, everybody would be like, wow, it went from $350 all the way back down to $3.57 at value. Are you nuts? Everybody would be like, what? But that's what SHIB is trading at. Unbelievable. And how do we know that? 56 billion SHIB was removed in 2024 by the Shibarium development team. And what happened? We shot up 5x to 4045. That's where we closed, right? We went higher. We went to 5.2, 5.3, but we came right back down. But we closed at 4045. 5x your money. All they had to do is burn more, right? Another mistake. How many mistakes can you make before you start realizing what you own? Master Love Show to Ken with 2N. No problem, Ken. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate all those that do. Absolutely shout out to everybody. And we're going to call it a night, guys. I got an errand to run, so I have to call it early night. We've been on for an hour and 4 minutes. And we're going to do Master Love Show. Master Love Show to Ken. Master Love Show to Matt. Master Love Show to AJ. Master Love Show to Orlando. Master Love Show to Watson. Master Love Show to Babe's channel. Rowena. Wena. Master Love Show to Mark Anthony. Master Love Show to Jason Cox. Master Love Show to Josh. Master Love Show to DJ. AJ. Who else we got in here? DJ was taking up a lot of our time, eh? Prince Williams, best love show to you. Matt, best love show to you. And AD33, best love show to you. So we're going to end tonight's sketch with what we always call. How about the end price? Oh, how about the end of the year price predictions? We don't like predicting SHIB for a lot of reasons. There are roughly around 42 different scenarios for SHIB. I'm not kidding, guys. It's 42 different scenarios. Any one of these scenarios, and we're already talking AI, so it's only a matter of time. Okay, within 6 to 9 months, you're all millionaires. Okay, everybody agree with that? Okay, everybody's like, I hope so. I'm like, no. You are going to have the fear of God bringing into you, and your heart's going to be pounding like a drum. Because you'll be like, should I sell it? And then you'll be asking everybody, should I sell it? And everybody's going to be like, should I sell mine? Because $300,000, $400,000 buys you a new house. $500,000 buys you a new, everything. House, car, boat, whatever you want. $500,000. $700,000 buys you what? Everything else, right? $800,000 buys you a better house. $900,000 buys you an even better house. Oh, I'm this close to $1 million. Can I reach it without having a heart attack or my heart explode? When it gets to 1.2, 1.3 million, now every cent it goes up and down is $1 million. Start gasping, right? Every time it goes up and down. If AI takes over, you're kind of sitting going back, hey, wait a second. Now there's 4 AIs, bots, buying and selling and burning. Buying, selling, and burning in that order. So it's just going to be like a rocket ship, right? Like it's constantly burning, it's constantly reducing, and then all of a sudden it stops burning. Everybody starts panicking. It's never going to stop burning, guys. SHIB is just going to burn more. You don't understand. It's always going to be burning. It might slow down. So you have more transactions, but they're not as big, right? As it gets higher, of course, you have more companies piling in to try and burn SHIB. Because why? Reducing supply increases their what? Wealth. Now, most of them won't have very much SHIB because they can't afford it. So what they'll be doing is with $25 to $35 to $40 burns. At $2, you know damn well that's not going to burn very much. But when you have 10 million of them all at once doing it, now you see the numbers. Okay? Yeah, okay, there's only 500 billion or 400 billion SHIB left in circulation, or there's hundreds of trillions of SHIB left in circulation, but no one's put them back on the marketplace because now they don't have to. They just leverage against it. Millionaires become billionaires, billionaires become trillionaires, and everybody's happy? No, because who wants billionaires to become trillionaires, right? But they're the ones going to steal the market share away from you. That's the truth of it because they have the money to do it. They have the money to do it right now, actually. But they want their AI bots to do the work for them because they can do it much faster, much cheaper, and very quick. Very quick. And they're learning AI. So they're learning the process while it's happening. So, and this gives them a linear graphic design. That's why SHIB is perfect. Absolutely perfect. It doesn't have to worry about the CEO minting more or doing a reverse split or figuring out ways that can avoid these aspects. It has nothing. So AI can fully run with it. That's what makes it the perfect test model. Anyway, I'm Will, your host of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. Have a good night. God bless you all. And John 3:16, right? God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, as our Lord and Savior. Something pure and innocent and perfect in every way had to die so that you understood the value of your sin. I want to say that again. Something pure, lamb, right? You committed a sin. In order to be forgiven of that sin, something pure and innocent had to die for it, so that you understood the wager of your sin, so that your sin would be forgiven. When you feel that something pure and innocent had to die for you, you don't want to do it again. It weighs on you. Jesus Christ took that on the cross for every single man, woman, and child on the planet. He took that for you. He didn't know you. That was over 2,000 years ago. That still falls true for today. His blood was shed for you. All you have to do is say, Jesus, please forgive me of my sin. I understand that the blood that you shed for me was for your sacrifice for me to have eternal life in heaven. Thank you so much. I don't deserve it, but I take that and I look forward to not sinning anymore. I understand the wager of what you've done for me and the weight. And every time I have a problem, you come to Lord Jesus Christ for help and understanding and compassion, right? Amen. God bless everybody. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the show. Really appreciate every single person that comes in and has a bit to say. That's awesome. Fantastic. And thank you so much for subscribing and liking the channel. 80% of all the proceeds that come into this channel go towards every single wallet holder. That's our promise and commitment to you for the channel. Thank you so much. Looking forward to having 5 million, 5 billion people subscribe to the channel so we can make an infinite amount of money and burn just as much, right? That would be outstanding. Imagine burning $20,000 USDT a month in SHIB just from the channel, and it costs you nothing to do it. That's the best news of all, eh? God bless you and each other. Take good care of each other, okay? God bless you all. Have a great and wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. From me to you. Until